Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Queen Queer, another episode. For you today, I thought I should talk about, applying for a job. I know it's lockdown and a lot of people lost their jobs, got changed, and it's kind of difficult already as the youth to, get a job. So today I was like, let me try and maybe it will help other people. Maybe it will give you some idea of how to go about applying for a job, especially since now most companies, they don't allow people to bring in their CVs by hand, and a lot of interviews and processes of applying for a job are now online. There's a couple of tips from my sake, I would say, that have worked for me. I'm not saying I'm the best person to give this type of advice, but I figured I should share what I can and what I've learned over the years. I mean, professionally, I'm not sure if most of you know what I actually do for a living. So my actual 9 to 5 is that I'm a digital and online marketing officer for a company. I started my professional career I think it's 4 years now ago, via an internship. So basically how I started out, this is one thing that I want everybody to take out. How I started out was not, I didn't just land in my dream job. You understand? It took some time. I've been working since matric actually. So I figure my track record kind of speaks for itself. The one thing I would say is that start small. You can't expect off the bat to land at your dream job. Start small, even if it's not in the industry that you work, you are qualified to work in. Start somewhere. A job is a job. A job. At this time and point, there's no time to be picking. I figure some youth, some people, some kids in the youth, some of my peers, they picky. I know there's some things I won't do. If that's the job that's available, take it. For me, from matric, I started off working in retail. Then I was getting what I think it was 1.2 for the month. It was something to show independence and something to have on my record, right? And then from there I moved up somewhere else. It was a summer job, starting with summer jobs. And then I moved on to other things, more retail, and then I would say my big break, in the sense that it was kind of my first job in the profession that I am in, that I studied for. I was doing freelance for a newspaper, and I was getting paid 15 rands an advert. So take any job. That's what I'm saying. Take any job. 15 rands an advert is nothing, because I'd be there from probably 8 to 8, and only 3 ads came in that day. So basically I got paid 45 rands for sitting there for 12 hours. You see, you need to take something. And then from there I went on to be a student assistant at the university. And then from there I got my internship, and then got my junior role, and now I'm where I'm at. So for me, you could say I'm probably almost like a jack of all trades, because I'm a graphic designer, I'm a CEO specialist, junior specialist, I'm a photographer, I'm a videographer, and I've worked in retail. So basically you can put me anywhere and I can adapt to the situation. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Stop this thing of saying, and I'm only going to go into this field because this is where I studied. No, it does not work like that. You need as much experience in any field that you can in order to show competence when the opportunity arises for you to go and work where you really want to work. You understand what I'm saying? And this thing of on social media, konje, people posting all sorts of things, like people posting about liquor, yeah, sharp, having a good time, you know, zolling. When people zolling, you know, saying outrageous things like, "Hey, now I'm craving sex," you know, all those type of things. Yeah, good luck to you if you're trying to find a job and you don't have a job right now. Because most employers now, they're going through your social media before they call you in for an interview. So it's after school is not after school, eh? After school is not after school. Whatever you post, you're thinking you have the discretion of whatever. Personal example for me was I did it was one of the projects that I did back in varsity. For obviously it's a project, and you know, we're in varsity, we are students, anything goes, you know, anything goes. And then I posted that picture on Instagram, for example. That picture, I probably took it 2012, and man, did that shit not come to bite me back. Whereas I was called in, they were like, "No, we don't like what you're posting on social media." And I was like, what did I post on social media? And then they're like, "Oh no, you remember that photo? There's a photo. If you go on your Instagram, there's a specific photo that you put up there, and we don't like it. Can you please remove it?" And I'm like, this is 2017. That picture was taken 5 years ago. They're like, "No, we don't like it. It doesn't transcend well with the image that the company has." You see, that's what I'm saying. After school is not after school, guys. Especially if you're not employed now or not in the space of employment that you want to be at right now. And this thing, so what I want to talk about is now the CV, right? The CV. This thing of having a generic CV that you put up for everybody, that's not gonna get you the job, because obviously there's things in a specific CV that you made, that generic CV that you made, you need to keep updating it. You can't just send a CV to somebody and expect them to respond, whereas in CV A you're talking about this company ABC, and then you send that CV to company DEF, you know. So people look at those discretions, you know, and they see, okay, no, I can't work with this person because clearly this person didn't take the time of day to apply properly to my company. And the other thing is having this booklet of a CV. No, nobody has time to page through 5-8 pages of a CV. Trust me, a CV, when it gets to the person who needs to take you forward into the interview process, when they look at that CV and it does not impress them in the first 10 seconds, you are not getting the job. That is why most people say they keep applying, and then don't get accepted. Everything you need is should be on the first 2 pages of your CV, because nobody has time to look through 100 copies, 100 CVs of a 5-pager each. Nobody does that. And then please remove your cover page. Nobody does cover pages anymore. Please remove your cover page. Curriculum vitae of so and so. No, please remove that cover page. And in your CV, include an image of yourself so that people know who the CV belongs to. You know, it's simple things that we miss, because back in high school and primary school, that's how we were taught how to conduct a CV. The times have changed. Please have a LinkedIn account. Please create a LinkedIn account, because that's where, when you take your CV in, when you submit your CV, people who your future employer is looking at your LinkedIn profile. You know, and since most of us are applying online these days anyway, I think I have, whew, I think I have about like 250 applications online. Well, not this year, but like some in total. I probably have like over 250 applications online, and it was a trial and error of you know, of using, of getting to the right CV that needed to look the way my CV looks now. The other thing is, don't just use one site to apply. Use multiple sites. Use that LinkedIn, use Job Prado, Career Junction. Personally, for me, Career 24 does not work. And I know everybody says, no, Career 24, Career... No, for me, it does not work. And use... There's PNet, use Biz Community. Those are just the few that come straight off the top of my head. Because I'm in graphic design, and I really wanted to work in an agency, because that's where I thought that would be the best place for me to start. I literally searched agencies, graphic design or advertising agencies, and I applied, and I took all their email addresses and I applied, and I sent them emails with my CV, my documents attached as well, and my portfolio also attached. That's what I did. And for me, that didn't work. Maybe two out of, I'll say maybe like 10% of all those applications maybe got to the right person, or that was the right way for me to do it. But I mean, like I said, it's a trial and error. You cannot expect to get the job first try. The last thing that I want to raise is that when you apply, it takes time. I know it takes money, and you know, it's an expense that some of us cannot afford at the moment. But even during your private time, take some time to learn something, improve yourself mentally, professionally, and you know, yourself, enrich yourself during this time. I'm sorry, but I have to say this. If after this lockdown you have not learned something, you have not learned a skill, you have not improved a skill that you know, then and you still employed, you don't have a job, then it's all on you. It's all on you, honestly. Learn something. I mean, sharp, okay, libraries are closed, but if you have data, or if you have friends who you know are readers, you know, ask them, hey, can I borrow a book? You know, I'm a painter. Let me try paint something. Let me try anything. Just try, do something that you've never tried before, because this is the time we've never been in before. And always just keep applying, guys. Like, I cannot stress this enough. I know applying is draining, trust me, I've been there, but continue applying for those jobs, because you know, you might strike lucky. And don't be picky about the job that you must apply. If you have to start off as a packer at the shop, then so be it. Then so be it, my buddy. Like, there is no time to be picky, otherwise you keep waiting for that 350 forever. And now what's the 350 going to do? You know, whereas you could be enriching your CV. Well, I'm Kay. This is Queen Queer. I hope this episode kind of helps somebody. I hope there's something that I said that flips a switch in your head somehow. Yeah, well, that's just my 2 cents worth. That's just from my experience. Take it or leave it. I'm Kay, and this is Queen Queer. Peace.